everything you said, I definitely, the whole world of that, I agree. And it's, you know, like with coaching or even parenting, I imagine,
Yeah.
I'm not a father, but I can only imagine in the same way, as soon as you tell people what to do, it's actually probably less likely it will happen,
Hmm.
in a certain regard, and that's where, so there's a lot of everything you're talking about. It's like on the court of our lives is where life happens. It's not
Yeah.
in somebody. It's
Wow.
like this is like
Right.
there's a lot of platitudes and generalities about like what's the habits like 10 things to do to lose weight, or and it's like there's a
Right.
place for habits and routines. And something I'll distinguish is because I do a lot of ontological development and training, and I've done it, and I've also shared it and done a lot. I do my own creative leadership training, but one of the ontology practices that I've gotten a lot from is it's called tribal leadership, and there's a distinction in
Mm.
tribal leadership. It's a model of learning, and there's like three levels of learning, and a lot of the time we'll focus on the top level, but I'll try to share this like in a simple way. So like if Mozart asked somebody, how do I write an amazing song, or how do I write a cool song, or whatever, you know, Mozart. So first, like we look at the product, and we ask, how do I do that?
Mm-hmm.
And Mozart, I can't speak for Mozart, but I don't think he would say like, oh, all you got to do is follow, symphonies for dummies, and you do these tasks, and you're there. It's
Right.
there are two levels before you even get to a habit and a practice of sitting at the piano, or sitting at on a guitar, or picking up the clarinet, or whatever. You know,
Right.
and the first level is, it starts with an inquiry. Inquiry of, like, if and I imagine if I was Mozart, it's like, what can I do today to bring others closer to the experience of the oneness that they are with all that is. You know,
Mm.
might be an inquiry that Mozart would have, and if I was
Yeah.
Mozart, that's my inquiry. And from an inquiry, you discover and you listen for your principles, your values. Like what
Mhm.
it's like. Oh, I see in this I value freedom. I see in this I value peace. I see in this I value joy or self-expression, or just core values. And that's like the first level of where you would begin to look at who am I and why am I. And it's in that inquiry that, so in being grounded in that, that's the next level of learning, which is it's coaching, but it's structures. It could be literally going to get a coach. It could be signing up for a class. If I want to learn video editing, I could sign up for a video editing. Google, and you'll find probably no short of 1,000 different courses that are amazing, tell you
Sure.
exactly what you need to know. But but in essence, whether it's an exterior or external coach, or an internal coach of just a structure. It could be a workout plan. It could be a diet plan that but it's grounded in your why and your who. That's where
Mm.
you can get so the second level is coaching, which is a structure. And then from there is the third level, which is the surface, which I was talking about. It's a
Right.
practice. It is a habit and a routine. And then if that's when you're sitting at 3 times a week, I'm gonna be playing the piano and writing a song. Rain or shine, I'm writing a song, good or bad. Rain or shine, I am you know writing that movie script, or whatever. And so like that's something that I see, and I'm distinguishing for myself is we're so quick to jump to the habits and how do I do that, that
Mm.
it, we don't foundation the how from the who, the why, the what. And then we
Mm.
can actually do the how is the easy part once we've done all the other work, like when we actually living in the inquiry every day of who do I have to be to plant these seeds of joy today.
Wow.
Right. I definitely want to hop on this one because what you're bringing up right now, this, the who, the how, and all these things, this is so important because now, especially now with the pandemic and everything, all of a sudden, so many coaches and consultants came out, and everybody, the coaching became a big thing all of a sudden.
Right.
And I often hear other sort of coaches or consultants or whatever they call themselves. Um, the good coaches and the good consultants are the ones who've accomplished and who've done and who've, and they have the experience behind them. And basically singing their accolades and selling the white hairs, as I call it. That's effectively what they're trying to do. And a lot of people buy into this. It's like, hey, I made $1 million. Let me show you how to make $1 million.
Mm.
What I have a problem with it, and I'm going to be very controversial here right now, but
Yeah.
this is from experience as well. Um, and I've spoken to other, bigger people, let's say, who agreed, and this is how they became quote unquote big. But let me just share with you a very quick story. I have zero experience in the music industry. Absolute zero. Big fat zero. For the heck of me, I cannot pick up a instrument and play. It's gonna be the worst day ever if I do that. It's just not gonna work. I have a great ear for music. I know what's good music, but that's about the extent of my music experience. And I could confidently say, I can't say the name of the individual, but that individual that I coached, in a sense, um, became a celebrity singer. He's very well known in Hollywood. And what business did I have, or what could I have ever done with this guy to help him become a celebrity singer? You know,
Mm.
and he's big, like everybody knows him. So what
Yeah.
was it, And really, it was that inquiry. I just kept asking him the questions. I kept asking, the right questions, the right guiding questions. And here's where it's really important. Just the other day, I was on a call with a person. His name is Mike Levin. Mike Levin was the president of and the COO of Holiday Inn, I believe it is, the hotel chain. And he said when he started, he had zero experience in the travel industry, in hospitality. He had nothing. And he came in and he's just started working and he grew the ranks and he became who he became. And today he's a very successful individual. And so the lesson here is that really it's number one, digging deep. So I found certain elements in my own life that I've learned lessons and I've drawn parallels from those lessons. And that